The two books about finance that I recently read that have fundamentally changed my thought process. What's happening? It's Erik J. Olson. So I recently listened to two books by Robert Kiyosaki. If you're not familiar with him, he is the author of the seminal book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which I had heard about for years, but I just put off listening to it, put off listening to it, put off listening to it. I didn't listen to that one first in the two that I'm about to say. I listened to that one second. The first one was this book by him called Fake. And it talks about money and how people teach and the assets that you own. Now, look, there's not necessarily a direct correlation with the normal things that we talk about on Journey to $100 million. But in the journey to $100 million, we are going to need money. We are going to need capital in order to make this happen. And so it was thought provoking. And then also there's going to be some action that Kevin and I take because of what we've learned. He's listening to the books as well. He already read or listened to Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and then Fake. I did it in the exact opposite order. Fake, which led me to then be interested in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The whole concept of these books is that you need to be very aware of how you keep your money. So, as an example, the U.S. currency is getting devalued because the government is just flooding the economy with US dollars. And with that, the $1 that was worth something last year is worth less this year. So, in the book, he talks about different ways that you can preserve some of your wealth. And one of those ways was with cryptocurrency. There's lots of other ways, real estate, gold, but cryptocurrency is what caught Kevin and my attention. And so, of course, I've heard about crypto. Who hasn't, right? Of course, I've heard about Bitcoin. Who hasn't? But it got me to really start to kind of like look into it a little bit closer. One of the reasons that I've never invested in Bitcoin up until very recently after reading these books is because I didn't understand it enough where I wanted to put money into it. I didn't understand what motivated people to buy it. Why would you buy this thing? I also didn't really understand the motivation for buying gold, frankly. Why not just keep your money in the bank, right? Well, the motivation is, like I said, currency over time gets devalued. The dollar you have now won't be as much as a dollar in a year. But other assets like gold or crypto can maintain their value even regardless of what some big entity like the US government does. So I started looking into crypto, and it is literally, not literally, but it's figuratively gold 2.0. It's just like gold, but it's digital, which is nice because I do want to invest in other things besides just bank accounts and mutual funds. I don't want gold because I don't want to have to store it in the safe. That's ridiculous. So with Bitcoin, it gets stored digitally in a digital wallet. So I got into this. Kevin's been into it for a little bit longer than me. And we've agreed that we're going to take some of the extra money that is in the Array digital bank accounts and we're going to actually put it into crypto. We're not going to put all of our money into crypto. We're not going to do anything crazy like Tesla, where they put $1.5 billion into Bitcoin. We don't have that much money, by the way. But we're going to take a very small, low risk amount of money and we're going to invest it into crypto, in particular, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. So, look, if you're interested in crypto, I don't know exactly how I'm going to be talking about crypto going forward. You probably won't hear much more on this podcast about it, but I did want it to kind of relay to you some of the things that we're doing here at Array, different ways that we're trying to make our money work for us, and that is one way. Because right now, we got money sitting in the bank account, and it's earning 0.15% interest per year. It's nothing. I mean, it's almost a rounding error at this point. It's ridiculous. If we can take that same money, put it into crypto, lock in the value, and then it appreciates, which I think it will, then we can make a lot more. Shoot, from what I heard, this is unvalidated. In 1 quarter or something like that, Tesla made more money off of its crypto investment than it did by selling cars. Again, I haven't done the research that's unfounded. That's just what someone told me. But hey, if we can make 10% on crypto instead of 0.15% by keeping that money in the bank and it doesn't appreciate quite as fast, that's a win. If you're checking out crypto these days, hit me up on Twitter. That's where I hang out the most. I am Erik J. Olson. I'm very interested to know more about it. I'm still I consider myself a noob, but I'm digging into that world pretty aggressively. Hey there, it's Erik J. Olson. I wanted to let you know about my book, $1,000,000 Journey: How to Launch a Seven-Figure Business. This is the story of what it took for me to go from freelancer with no clients, no employees, no revenue, to growing a $1,000,000 business. It took me 8 years and I made a lot of mistakes. And all of those mistakes, and more importantly, lessons learned, are in this book. And we have chapter takeaways, 5 to 15 takeaways that you can apply right now to your business. Check it out on Amazon, $1,000,000 Journey by me, Erik J. Olson.